Well, hello everybody, welcome, my name is Rubydung, welcome to today's episode. As you can see, I'm over here at the main base. That is because I am planning on doing some work around here. I think it is finally time to get the villagers up in the farm area up there. But I want to install a kill station, so I am needing to build one of those. I'm going to need some non-burnable slabs, I'm going to need some lava, and I think I need a slightly extra hoppers, but I'm going to need to get myself a whole bunch of the non-burnable slabs. And it's like, well, how am I going to get those? Well, luckily for me, if you remember correctly, a long time ago, I decided to add in a new part of the base and decided to move over a whole bunch of stuff way down on this end of the base. I have to go a little ways to get over there. At some point, I really do need to build a better transport system. I remember at one point I was talking about probably using horses. Didn't really work out. Those were kind of just clunky. And I also wound up suffocating in windows a lot. Then I was like, oh, what if I wind up using, like, pistons with slime blocks? Still thinking about that, but that's going to wind up being very expensive and very difficult to make. So I could wind up trying doing something like that still. But over here on this end of the base, right past the actual horse race tester, I built this part of the base, which has in it all of the non-burnable slabs in my world. So if I go through all these chests, they're all nice and full of these non-burnable slabs. So what I have to do now, heading down this end, and I look all the way up here, there is that little part all the way around this section. I just have to, a couple of blocks around, I believe 4 blocks in all directions away from the lava, I have to make it non-burnable slabs. So, I just now need to go up there, fill in that. I probably could do it with, I'm going to have to do a little bit of math, figure out how many non-burnable slabs it's going to wind up being. So that way I don't waste too many, because this isn't really a waste, it's making an iron farm, but it is kind of a waste because I don't have to make it look like wood, but I want to make it look like wood so it looks good. And if I don't use them, then what purpose are they serving? If they're just rotting in a chest, they're not doing anything. This is what they're made for, and as long as I use them conservatively, then everything's nice and good. So, now I just need to figure out how many slabs I'm going to be using up there, begin measuring that output in the lava, and then I can begin carting the villagers over. So I'm going to start with placing in some of the slabs, figure out what's going to be needed for that, and then put the lava in. So I'll be back with you guys, hopefully with that placed up. Alright, I have most of the actual killing chamber up here and being done. Just right here is the actual slab, so that way this place won't burn down. In which case, now all I have to do is build up this last little bit here, so that way it connects the full thing of the actual tunnel, so that way there is no chance the iron golems is falling out. Technically, I don't have to do it all the way up, but it looks a lot better if I do, so I'm just gonna do it. Because technically, they're a 3-block tall thing, so I could leave like a little 2-block gap, and like, they're never gonna get through it because they're a 3-block tall creature. Unless for some reason they make baby iron golems or something, but I don't think they're gonna do anything like that. So, I mean, they could, I guess, but I don't. Does a golem grow? I don't think I've ever heard about golems growing, so I don't think we have to really worry about them adding baby iron golems. In which case, now all I have to do is add in these bricks here, and then I have this thing fully connected. I just now need to put the lights in which case just gotta space those out. Boom here, and boom here. In which case, now I just got to put the lava in, and the killing chamber is finished. So, with the killing chamber finished, I just need to put the lava in, and then I begin adding in what is going to be the villagers to the system. And with the adding of the villagers, I'm going to have another operational iron farm, and that's going to be so interesting to see up and working. So, I'm going to quickly grab the lava, and then I'll be back with you guys with the villagers about to begin being moved. Alright, installing the lava now, in which case I just need to put it like here or something, and that should spread out enough. Yep, that's going to cover every single spot, in which case the golems will fall in there and burn. So, with that installed, all I have to do is begin moving the villagers up. In which case, now I need to get out of this interesting little tunnel I've installed myself in. So, let's see. If I just pop through this wall here, and then get myself a piece of wood, put that here, put the wall up, and then into the sea. Alright, I'm over here at the villagers, and what I need to begin doing is I am wanting to either break out one of these windows, or I'm going to need to install rails and shift around. I'm thinking that I'm going to break out one of these windows. So break out this, get a whole bunch of wood, and then begin bridging over to that section over here, or begin building up like ramp-wise to over there. In which case, my goal is to eventually, I might as well begin building up now. But I am wanting to begin minecarting up the actual villagers. I have a whole bunch built up in there. I also have 8 minecarts because I'm going to need 8 villagers in order to do this. I'm going to need 4 and 4, so I'm just needing to figure out the 4 villagers that I'm going to be taking over. I'm sure that is going to be a relatively easy selection because I just need to pick the ones that are not good, and I'm sure I have several in there that I'm willing to have suffocate, so just need to pick those up. So, as I'm going to be building all the way out here, I just need to begin building out, placing the rails, and then select the villagers. So, let me quickly come down here and figure out what villagers I have in mind, because, let's see, yeah, you're probably going to be one, you're definitely going to be one, you might stay for like a little bit. You're probably gonna be one. You're probably almost certainly gonna be one. You're almost certainly gonna be one. Yeah. I want to max out you guys first. Ooh, yeah, probably finish up the iron trade on him. Oh, yeah, almost certainly. Yeah, okay. And then, how many is that? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12. This guy threw carrots at me. Okay, I got half a stack of carrots. Lovely. I've not seen the villagers actually throw carrots out of the stalls before. Interesting. I've not seen that. I guess, like, it makes perfect sense for them to be able to do that, because I know they throw carrots at each other. I just haven't seen them do that. In which case, of these 12, I just need to select 8, and the other 4 will perish. So, I'm going to finish up the actual staircase, and then come back with you guys, hopefully with the rails installed and the villagers mine-carted up. So, let me just quickly build this up. Alright, I have put in the rails and the cells, so I just now need to drop the villagers in, so that way they are safely implemented into the individual cells. And then I plan to put glass over it, so that way nothing drops in on them, and it's a completely contained cell. So, now all I have to do is follow this rail all the way back to the actual villager holding area, in which case, this is quite long, it's traveling quite a bit of the base, and I also had to, like, do some cheatsy angles kind of stuff, you know? Like a little bit of, not exactly something that is very traditional, like as it goes around here. Like I could have just made a shortcut and went over the half slabs, but I decided, let's go around them. And then I go all the way around them, and then up here I had to dig through the bricks a little bit, so that way I actually can get the rails implemented. And then just over top the actual roofing. And then once I go over the roofing, I just wind up going down a little bit. I need to actually place another rail here. That's kind of why I'm half doing this, is that way make sure that I have all the rails implemented, because it's very easy to just miss one. And then I go like this little zigzaggy kind of pattern. Oh, I need to get some mushroom stew, but until then I'll eat some pumpkin pie. Ooh, yum. In which case, heading all the way down here, had to do this kind of like weird little transitionary thing, because I accidentally messed up a little bit when building up the blocks. And then boom, all the villagers down here. So I just need to select my targets and which ones are going to be coming up. Did any more come down while I was away? No. Okay. So I just need to figure out which of these is going to be going up and then put them in their carts. So I'm just going to spend a real quick moment figuring that out. I'm also going to grab some soup because I really want some soup because apparently I'm very hungry. So just jump over here. Mushu, give me soup. Aha. Yum. And then give me some more soup, so that way I have more on standby. Okay, now time to pick out the villagers. So, I am going to probably have to move these over one by one. I'm also probably going to have to repair this axe at some point. What's the durability on this? 660. I'm breaking 3. 1/4 chance of breaking. That's like, yeah, that's like 2,000 blocks still. Okay, I'm still fine. I'm still fine. In which case, let's start at the very end here. I think this guy is going to be a good target to wind up moving. In which case, let's break out you. And then I just have to have you move in. In which case, if you don't mind, okay, you're going to be difficult, so we break this, see if it encourages you to move further out. Excellent. Okay, you are, like, breaking out, apparently. Okay, can you, like, please... Oh, okay, you're, going there. Perfectly fine. You are now trapped. Okay. So now all I have to do is push you down to the rail, in which case I'm going to have a cart here on standby, and then push the cart into you. So if you don't mind waiting there, there we go. Aha. Okay, you're heading the wrong direction. Let's push you back. Alright, and now I just have to break out this block, and this block, I think, and place in some full blocks, in which case I'll just use some slabs here. So that way it goes like this and this. Boom, like that. Okay, you're moving away again. And now I just need to slowly, one by one, move up these villagers. So this is going to be number 1 of 8. So let me just slowly move this guy up here. And I'll be back with you guys, hopefully with one of these cells finished. Alright, first cell fully installed. I got 4 villagers down there. I probably should break the minecarts, but I'm going to see if this operates before I do that. I'll only break the minecarts if I really have to, because I like these villagers being stacked up like this. But now I have the second cell all the way over here, in which case now I just need to begin dropping the 4 villagers in there, in which case I already carted over one of them, in which case give him a little nudge so he goes in the right direction. And eat some soup while I'm at it. A lot of soup eating today, in which case he's going to drop down there and take a little bit of damage. Oof. In which case, there we go. So now I just need to cart up another 3 of them, and then hopefully this farm should be operational. I'm only going to AFK it a little bit and see if it is, so that way I have to see any iron golems that spawn in it, because if iron golems spawn in it, that means it's working properly. And if it's working properly, that means that I have it good, and I don't need to break the minecarts. If there's no iron golem spawning after, like, I'm probably going to give it, like, 5 hours, just in case. If no iron golem spawn, then something's broken. Going to start with breaking the minecarts, but I need to cart up the other 3 before I do that. So, let me go ahead and cart those up real quick. Alright, the final villager needs to go in now, and he is resisting me annoyingly. There we go. Push him in now, and this is going to be the last villager, the 8th villager in. All the minecarts are out of my inventory just to show it. And when he is going to be dropping in, boom, he is now on the stack. Look at that. Now all I have to do is get the glass and put that over the individual cells and begin testing to see if the iron golems drop. In which case, I'm going to keep these rails here just in case for when I break them and it doesn't work. It might be because I don't have enough villagers in which case I might drop in 1 more in each cell just to be safe. So I'm going to continue keeping these rails all the way up here for at least a little bit longer to make sure that everything is going to be operational, so I'm not going to be having anything be broken. But with all of that now nice and said, that's probably going to be doing it for today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys want to see me do anything here in particular, be sure to tell me. I almost just ran right off into the ocean. In which case, if you guys want to see me do anything in particular, be sure to tell me. I always love hearing your guys' suggestions. This is a sandbox game, so there's always an infinite number of things I can do. And this series has been going on long enough. They always have a billion projects going on in this world. But if you guys want to see me do anything in particular, be sure to tell me. I always love hearing your guys' suggestions. But with all that nice and said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'll be seeing you guys here in the next one. So long. See ya. Bye. Oh, I probably should seal off the villagers so that way zombies don't walk off on the rails into them. So let's quickly make sure that's not going to be a thing that happens by needing to be annoyed that I don't have glass on me.